Tyson Fury, aka the Gypsy King, and I'd just like to announce I'm definitely fighting December the 5th in London in the UK. Opponent to be announced very, very soon. Just working on some opponents. Let you all know who it's going to be shortly. Watch this space. Return of the Mac.
Those are the words of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury as he announces himself that he will be fighting in the UK December 5th. They're looking for opponents. Now, we do know by the omission of Tyson Fury that he's moved on from the Deontay Wilder situation. And this is the type of activity that I'm talking about. Okay, Tyson Fury is moving on. Tyson Fury is looking for opponents, and I'm assuming other opponents. Okay, and he's going to fight in the UK. But then, this was yesterday, and I seen this yesterday. But I want to be fair. Okay, I want to set the record straight. I want to wait and give a person an opportunity to respond. Yet again, respond. And Deontay Wilder hasn't said anything. I don't know if he's seen this or whatnot, but if he hasn't, somebody that rides with him has seen this. And you can't tell me now that you're just waiting for a particular thing and or a particular opportunity to shut this down, to say, no, you're not. Stop lying. You're fighting me. You're not fighting December 5th. Because people understand something. If Tyson Fury fights December 5th, how in the hell is he going to fight Deontay Wilder? That's all you need to understand. If this man goes and fights another person, if it's Takam, Rivas, whoever, okay, if he takes that fight, he's not going to turn around and fight Deontay Wilder. He's not going to do it. This guy fighting because he's been training. We know he's been training. It's only fair on that level because we know, we've heard Tyson Fury train. We've seen his coach fly over to the UK to prepare this man for a fight. Whoever it is. Javon said it himself. His trainer Javon said, well, whoever the fighter is, we're going to fight him. We're training him. So we're prepared for whoever. And when he said that, I didn't want to jump the gun because I was like, well, wait a minute. Why would he say that? If his next opponent is Wilder, why won't he just say Wilder? He's saying, well, whoever it is, Tyson Fury will be ready. We're not just training for Deontay Wilder. We're training for whoever it may be. That right there worried me. Now, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything because I was like, okay, don't jump to conclusions. Wilder has the contract. Wilder has the contract. Wilder has a contract. Look. The contract was the deal breaker. Or well, should I say the deal maker? It was the deal maker because it was the title deed that guaranteed Deontay Wilder a chance to really right his wrong. Really right his wrong. Not that shit from 2019. That was just some cover-up shit for something else. This is actually righting your wrong because you actually lost this time. Not well, it was a draw or whatever. Or, then you fight Ortiz and all. No, this was a real title deed and a real something drew out that was from your team, which was smart at the end of the day, even though it was supposed to be a mandatory. Okay. Why would you have a rematch clause for a mandatory? Bullshit. More Mauricio, more BS, okay? But it was a smart thing to do. Now, we've already... See, here's the thing. We have all the evidence from one side. And then there's Shelly Finkel. And we have a lawyer that says the contract expired. We have Tyson Fury saying, hey, I've moved on. We have Tyson Fury saying, yeah, I'm fighting December 5th. We're looking for an opponent. We have Frank Warren saying, well, Tyson wants a fight. We'll get him a fight. We have Bob Arum verifying that, hey, maybe Shelly Finkel didn't even read what he's supposed to made up or drew out, meaning the contract. We have all this on this one side. What do we have on the other side? See, there's always two sides. I keep telling people this. And what do we hear from two sides? Do we hear Wilder himself? Do we hear him saying, your king is here? We will rise like a phoenix in the ashes. Do we have that? Have we heard anything? We've heard from Shelly Finkel. We've heard from a sparring partner, a guy that says that, yeah, I was working out and training with Deontay Wilder. That's all we have. Now, it would be more, we have Shelly Finkel, JD's. Again, why the fuck is JD still on why is he still on the roster? Because we haven't heard anything from him. He's supposed to be co-manager. Think about it. Why aren't we hearing from him? If you don't hear from the person, you have to hear from his representatives, the people that works for him or he works for or whatever, however you want to word that. Okay, the people on his team. We supposed to hear something. So I waited. Again, I waited. I'm like, okay, Wilder's gonna have to say something because Gypsy King just said, hey, I have a date in the UK. And like you guys know, if I'm Deontay Wilder, okay, I'm gonna target that date. Fight me in the UK anytime, anywhere, any place. That's what Shelly Finkel said, right? That should be made. If that fight ain't happening, if Deontay Wilder is not fighting Tyson Fury December 5th, Houston, we have a problem. That's it. Okay, and if he's not saying anything, it's a reason why. Glovegate, Watergate, Wild Boar Gate. Okay? Nothing. We didn't hear anything. Why? We have witnesses, people that say this, people that say that. Still, no validation of any kind. From who? Wilder. Still, nothing. Crickets. Now we have Tyson Fury saying, you know what? I've moved on. Deontay Wilder. Crickets. We have Shelly Finkel. Yeah, the fight's definitely gonna be made. Or no. What did he say? The fight's still happening. We're still working on it. You know what I mean? That sounds, dude, no. Them two different statements. You either got the fight or you don't have the fight. Okay, now if they're trying to work on a master plan, like Joshua says, like AJ, Mr. Optimistic, okay, that's one thing, but we haven't heard anything. And this is not like Wilder. I keep telling you guys, this ain't Wilder. This ain't him. Maybe it's the new him, but this ain't the him that we used to. See, this man is telling us he's fighting on December 5th, UK. It would be humbling for Deontay Wilder to take that shot in the UK. Why? Because first of all, people criticized him. People, said, well, hey, why don't you come to the UK? And if he does come to the damn UK and fight Tyson Fury, that's a whole nother can of worms that will be opened. So, and you can go to another country. But you could go to the country and it would show a lot because it showed his desire to make a fight made, not because of something that's on his terms. It didn't have to say where the fight had to be. But then again, I thought Tyson Fury only had to fight or could fight in the U.S. because of the ESPN contract. But then you have coronavirus, so okay, whatever. But Wilder needs to speak. Wilder needs to clean this up. And if it's not Wilder to be fighting, he has to explain why he's not fighting December 5th and why Tyson Fury is fighting. Because if Tyson Fury fights someone else, it's over for the Wilder thing. So everybody that believes that shit can stop believing that shit. And that's my counterpunch. You guys tell me what you think about Tyson Fury's statement. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.